You're looking at the Great Smoky Mountains. Such beauty, such grandeur. And this is in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, the most visited park in the continental U.S., from 13 to 15 million visitors annually. And here's a map of that park. It borders the Tennessee, North Carolina line. Now, most people think of Smoky Mountains, they think of Cage Cove. And it's so beautiful here. And all of its little valley here nestled at the foot of the mountains. And all its little sites of the old homes of the pioneers in the old days that's being preserved. But there's another place nestled here in the mountains of the Smokies that's not well known. Here at the ridges at the foot of Mount LeConte, just outside Gatlinburg. And this area is called Roaring Forks, a lesser known area, but just as beautiful. Now this Roaring Fork area is just outside of Gatlinburg. Here's a map of it. Where you start, where you end. And you head up through here, it's a 2-lane road at first. And it's a beautiful place. You're in the mountains. Not in a valley here. You're on the ridges of the Smoky Mountains at the base of Mount LeConte. And ain't it beautiful woods? And you'll come by here the Cherokee Orchard Road, and you'll come right by Noah Bud's Ogle's Place. It's a nice place of old structures here. But we're heading on to the Roaring Fork Road, and it ain't too far up through there above the Ogle Place. It'll turn into a little old 1-lane road, one way, and plenty of places to park up through here and get off. All kinds of little trails coming off here that's well marked if you can get a park map. Beautiful forest along the road here. Now here's the one-way only road from here. The Roaring Fork Road. Only one way in, one way out. And there's plenty of little places here that walks off to the Rainbow Falls and the Gardo Falls. Beautiful country up through here. And plenty of places to pull off and enjoy yourself. And such a relaxing drive through here. And there's all kinds of little places here to just look off at the mountains, little sights. But this is steep terrain through here, so you have to ride your brakes a little bit, keep it in a lower gear because it's a steep road in places. And you'll come down here to the first place. You'll follow this Roaring Fork Creek all the way out of here from this point on. There's all kinds of little trails cross right here. The Baskin Creek Trail, the Graveyard Ridge Trail, and it's a beautiful area right here. This is the Jim Bales place, the old home. And it's a beautiful sight. And the National Park and the Friends of the Smokies do such a great job keeping these old structures up and preserving. Ain't they beautiful? And the old split rail fence and the old barn up here behind it. 1800 structure. People lived hard, simple lives. And this is inside the barn. You can see how it's made with just old logs. They kept their livestock. Beautiful old structure. And the shake roof with the shake shingles on it. Handmade, every bit of this. Beautiful sight here. And the old split rail fence that surrounds the homes and the barns. Beautiful, peaceful place. But you'll notice at this place, you'll hear the roar of the creek as you come in. It's just off to the side here. And oh, ain't it beautiful. The cold, icy waters out of the mountain, working their way down. Now you'll follow this creek all the way out on this tour. And it's so relaxing, so peaceful. Well, you'll head on down through there now, down the road. Just following the creek out. You'll crisscross it a bunch of times. And there's plenty of places to pull over and just relax and listen to nature and let things go by and no worries. Such peaceful to hear this water running all down this mountain hollow. The next place you come up to is the Ephraim Bales place. It's an old place. It's well preserved, been taken care of. I'll show you around here. Homes of our elders. How they lived in these mountains, away from everything, with no stores around. They were on their own. But they survived and they provided for themselves. Nice old homes in their day. The old chimneys, rocks stacked up from the creek. Just a simple life. Simple dwellings. These were probably made out of chestnut logs, American chestnut. They resist rot. And oh, look how they designed. Built to last. Not much luxury, but they're built to last in these mountains. And their old structures next to it. Here's the old corn crib that they made. That's a work of art right there. Ain't it beautiful? Everyone had their own way of making things. And these were craftsmen in these mountains, these old people. And you go on down from there, following the creek down along this road. And I always like to stop and just listen to nature, watch the creek. Plenty of places to pull over and check it out. And you just work your way down this holler, following this creek, crisscrossing it here and there. And you come to this Alfred Reagan place. An old home here. Preserved, freshly painted when I filmed it here. Ain't it beautiful? Old mountain home. Here's the back of it. That's their foundation was rocks. I walk inside of it here. An old country home. It ain't a log cabin. But this is what the park took over when they acquired the land. Here's the old fireplace. The old rooms here. How many families is raised in here? Old home of our great-grandparents. And you can see nature trying to come back. Looks like a little wren's nest up here. Nobody at home. And here's an old cupboard here. How many times has food and stuff been stored in this old cupboard? Beautiful old home, being preserved. Right next to the creek. And right across the road from this home used to be a little old mill here, run by the water. But the wheel's not here anymore, just a little house and the raceway for the water trough. It's still here. The wheel used to sit here, the water turned. Thing of the past. But it's still here and being preserved for future generations. Coming off the creek. Oh, how much meal is that thing? Ground up cornmeal, flour. Beautiful old structure here. And you'll head on down from there, working your way out of here. Just beautiful forest surrounds this road, following the creek down. And you'll come to a place here that's called on the map a place of 1,000 drips. And now when it's wet here, rained, this could be waterfalls all down through this area. Just water running off the mountain, off these rocks, crossing the road into the creek. Such beautiful area. Well, you come to the end of your journey here on this little roaring fork. It's not as big as Cage Cove, but it's just as beautiful. So there you go. I hope you enjoy these little videos of our mountains, our people, their dwellings. So I want to thank you for watching. God bless, take care, and I'll see you next time.